Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking about the 1925S Peace Dollar, going over all of the history surrounding this specific date and mint mark, as well as the Peace Dollar series, 1925S values based off of what condition, or if you've got one of the VAMs, which are some really small details that I'm going to show you where you can look for on the coin that will make those coins a lot more rare and appealing to collectors and valuable. Then we'll talk about some mint errors. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live stream auctions and shopping app that I frequently sell coins and collectibles on. My link at the top of the description gives you $15 off your first order when you sign up through it, so definitely check that out. Plus, it's a great way to support my channel since any buy that you make with a new account gives me a nice bonus too. Hope to see you on some of those auctions. Let's get into the video. But we'll start. The brief history on the Peace Dollar starts in 1921 until 1928 and then comes back in 34 and 35 a few years later. They were trying to fulfill what was known as the Pittman Act, which was basically saying we would mint a bunch of US mined silver basically and then put it together, send it over to Britain so that they could guarantee to their colonies that their money was actually backed by silver, and we would only do it at cost. So just the cost of the silver and then the cost of transporting it. And that was how this design, World War II had just ended like a year or two before. So they went with a peace design to commemorate that peace. These coins did not circulate a huge amount in the United States. There wasn't really a huge need for them. They mostly were circulating in the West where hard money was preferred, but with this specific Peace Dollar, the mintage was somewhat low, and it's really significant because it's probably one of the toughest, along with, I believe, the 28S, that is super tough to find in higher grades because the San Francisco Mint all through the 1920s does not have super high quality production standards, and this year was especially that case. Not only was it like poor striking, they also would be put into 1,000 coin bags, and they would often be transported by rail where they would bounce off of each other and create a lot of sort of hairlines and small marks on the coins. And there, as a result, it is the sole Peace Dollar where there are none graded finer than Mint State 65. The luster is not particularly attractive, but what you're seeing in front of you is a Mint State 65, one of the best known coins from this specific date. In terms of the valuation, we're going to be looking at something like 40 or 50 bucks in XFAU. These are nice clean coins with a little bit of wear on them, not problem coins. Mint State 63 is a $300 coin, which is way more than the average. There's a nice jump to $700 in Mint State 64, which is pretty significant, but then it's $30,000 for Mint State 65, so it's that rare. Now, you do have to be careful because when you're purchasing Mint State 1925S coins, it's going to be confusing as to why they're not in a holder. It's likely there's probably something wrong with the coin or a trap I'm not noticing. And if you buy an overgraded one, you can pay so much more where it's a little bit challenging. Though on the other hand, if you see a Mint State 64 and you're really confident that it's in a graded holder 64, you're confident it's higher, probably smart to move on that. 1.61 million is the actual mintage. But here we see the doubled wing VAM. It's not hugely more valuable. Most of the value is going to increase in the AU55 range, but you can see the doubling sort of running along the outer wing. Not super significant, but it definitely is there. There's also the doubled reverse, and this one has a little bit more separation, but you can see strongly in the tips and the bottoms of the rays on the left side of the reverse, as well as some strong feathering sort of in the back side. And the Mint State 65, again, probably just would not have a huge premium, but Mint State 63, 450 bucks, so probably a 50% add-on, a few, $100, $200 certainly will make these coins easier to sell. So, you just want to be aware of it. Here, there weren't any 25S mint errors, but this one was a super expensive, one of the most crazy mint errors. This one was struck 15% off center, so simply the coin planchet was not fully in the die, and 15 or 85% of the coin gets struck, and that was a $39,000 error. There's also this 40-degree clockwise rotated dies coin, so you can always check. Sometimes people are not aware, but if you flip the coin over and it's not like straight up, then you may have something a lot more valuable, $275 as opposed to like a $30 or $35 coin. And then lastly, this is not an error, but just a fun fact that I was like, hey, I want to talk about this cool coin. So Peace Dollars 1921, they have a very high relief, and it causes problems for the dies that are striking them and just problems overall. So they move that relief a lot lower. And in the process, and like in the middle, they created a few pattern or proof coins, basically, really proof coins, but that were not minted heavily. 8 of these were made. One recently sold for $130,000, but this one was sandblasted, had sort of a weird finish that looks like, again, it's been sandblasted, but this is uncirculated, not worn yet. It looks pretty strange, but anyways, that was just a fun fact. Really, the focus is these doubled reverse and doubled wing VAMs to look for, as well as the fact that in mint state, it's a really challenging coin to find, especially higher mint state, because of the poor practices at the mint, as well as the bag situation. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.